Hi, my name's Hannah and I'm from Yoga Course, and I'm going to be guiding you through a heart chakra flow. For this class, you may need some blocks, you might not, but it's good to have them just in case. But when you're ready, we'll start seated on the mat. So we're going to start in a seated position on the mat for this class. So we'll come into easy pose. So for this one, you want to bring one foot just in front of you and then the other foot just in front of that. We'll take the hands onto the knees and we'll just start by closing down the eyes. Give yourself a second to come into the present moment. So take a second to guide your awareness to your breath. Start to feel the steady flow of the inhales and the exhales, resisting any urge to change or alter your breath in any way. Just notice its natural rhythm. On your next breath in, start to take that inhale a little bit deeper and a little bit longer. So try and fill the whole of your body with your breath. With your exhale, just let the breath go. We're going to take a few more just like that. So inhale, fill the body. And then exhale just to let it go. 2 more. With every exhale, you might feel yourself physically release as you release your breath. And 1 more just like that. You might even start to feel a little bit more centered and a little bit more connected to the physical sensations within your body. After you finish that final round, allow the breath to come back into its natural rhythm. And just before we begin our physical part of the practice, let's set an intention. So an intention is a commitment to ourselves. When we become intentional, we become purposeful, and it's a really important part of change. So the intention that we're going to set today is to see the good around us. So just silently repeat back to yourself, I am going to see the good around me. Take 1 more deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And then start to blink open the eyes. We're going to begin our physical part of the practice. So with an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Start to create some length through the spine. With your exhale, we're going to take the right arm down beside us and we'll reach the left arm over to the right side of the room. So we're coming into some lateral flexion, a side bend. As you do this, think about extending out through those left fingertips. So you're creating length through the left side of the body. And then spiral that top shoulder back just a little bit more so that we're keeping the chest nice and lifted. Perfect. Take 1 more full breath here. Nice. Then with your inhale, we're going to come all the way back up through center. Reach both arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, take it straight over to the opposite side. So left hand meets the mat this time. Right arm reaches over. Make sure both sit bones stay grounded on the mat as you do this. And of course, if you want to take this a little bit deeper, you can slide your left arm a little further away from your body. But again, we'll just take 1 more full breath. Fabulous. As you inhale, move all the way back up through center, reach the arms up. Exhale, take it straight over to the opposite side. We're going to start to flow with our breath. So inhale to move through center, create length. Exhale to sink into the stretch. Lovely. 1 more each side. Inhale up through center. Exhale. Lovely. Inhale through center. And then exhale. Nice. Well done. As you inhale, reach the arms back up to the sky. And as you exhale, sweep the arms behind you now. Interlace the fingers together. You want to try and create a fist with your hand. So the heels of the hands are squeezing together. On your inhale, start to draw back on the shoulders. Begin to lift the chest. Maybe even raise the gaze up towards the sky. Just create a gentle arch through the spine. We're going to be here for 3. Keep breathing for 2. And 1. Perfect. Release the hands. Then we'll start to make our way to 4-point kneeling. So we're going to come to hands and knees, just however you get there. Think about spreading the fingers nice and wide. Make sure the shoulders are directly over the wrists and the hips are directly over the knees. And we're going to work through some cat and cow. So with an inhale, start to lower your belly down towards the mat as you lift the tailbone. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and maybe raise the gaze if it feels good. Then with your exhale, start to round through the spine, press the ground away with the hands and tuck the chin in towards the chest. Good, let's keep it flowing. So inhale, lower the belly, lift the tailbone. And then exhale to round through the spine, press the ground away. We're going to go for 3 more. Keep flowing with your breath, just work at your own speed. Perfect, 2 more here. Lovely, we're going to go for 1 more round. Fabulous. Start to make your way back into tabletop position, so that neutral spine. We're going to bring the toes to meet together at the back. Take the knees a little bit wider now. Sit back on the heels of the feet as you reach the arms out in front, releasing the forehead down onto the mat. So child's pose. From here, we're going to start to walk the hands all the way over to the right side of the room. Place your left hand on top of your right hand and then relax the head through the arms. So we're coming into another variation of our side bend. This one's a child pose variation. If you can't feel the stretch through the left side of the body, walk the hands over a little bit more. Maybe start to think about extending out through the fingertips, lengthening through the arms. You've got just 1 more full breath. Perfect. Walk the hands back through center. Take it straight over to the opposite side. This time, right hand comes on top of the left. Again, we're relaxing the head through the arms. Just a couple of breaths. Fabulous. Walk the hands back through center. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Start to shift the weight forward. Tuck the toes underneath. Send the weight back to the heels of the feet. And then start to lift your sit bones high up into the sky. We're coming into our first downward facing dog on the mat. So as I said, spread the fingers nice and wide. Press your index finger and your thumb into the mat. And send the chest back towards the thighs as you lift the sit bones, creating length through the spine. For this first one, we'll bring a little bit of movement into the pose. So you can maybe pedal out the feet and work into the hamstrings. You can sway the hips from side to side if it feels good. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. Just move it in a way that feels good for you. Lovely. When you're ready, we'll come into a stationary downward facing dog on the mat. On your next inhale, start to shift the weight forward. Bring the shoulders directly over the wrists. Come into one long line of energy, so our plank pose. Really press down through the hands. Feel the shoulder blades start to separate. And then if you want to, you can release the knees onto the mat. Might feel a little bit better today. Either way, we're going to squeeze that navel up towards the spine and tuck the tailbone under. Perfect. We've already been here for a little bit of time, so let's take another inhale. Shift the weight forward. Bring the shoulders directly beyond the wrists. Then with your exhale, bend the elbows, hook them into the side of the body. Make sure to pause halfway and then release all the way down onto the mat. We're going to untuck the toes. Take the hands just outside the mat. Come up onto your fingertips. The elbows point up. Press down through the feet as you squeeze the glutes. And then with an inhale, start to gently lift the chest, coming up into a variation of your cobra. The shoulders should be away from the ears here, and the chest is proud. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale to release all the way back down. We're going to keep it flowing now. So inhale to lift back up. And then exhale to release. Nice. 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. Perfect. Final time. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, relax back down onto the mat. Lovely. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, push up onto the knees, tuck the toes under, and then lift the sit bones high back up into downward facing dog. Perfect. Well done. Take an inhale, raise your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. With your exhale, shift the weight forward. Bring your right knee towards the nose as your shoulders move over the top of the wrists. Really press the ground away. Squeeze that right thigh up towards the chest. And then see if you can step the right foot in between the hands. We're going to come into a low lunge. So let's drop the left knee down and tuck the toes. Make sure your right knee is directly above your right ankle. And then with your next inhale, interlace the fingers together. Keep your index finger pointed. Start to reach the arms towards the back of the room as you open across the chest. So you should start to feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. And we're moving the hips down towards the mat to create the stretch into the hip flexors. Nice. One more inhale. With your exhale, release the hands. Let's frame the right foot. We're going to tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, and then step the left foot forward to meet the right foot. We're coming into our first forward fold. So for this first one, let's keep the knees nice and soft. Take a hold of opposite elbow. We'll just have a little sway from side to side. Fabulous. On your next inhale, bring the hands to shins or thighs. Think about lengthening up through the spine as the crown of the head points forward. With your exhale, plant the hands onto the mat, and we'll step back into our plank. One more line of energy. Well done. Press down through the hands. Take an inhale to shift the weight forward. Exhale to hover halfway, and then release down. And this time we'll keep the hands underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, start to lift the chest up into your back bend. Exhale, let's meet back in downward facing dog. Perfect, well done. Inhale, the right leg, or the left leg, opposite side. Left leg goes high. As you exhale, shift forward, bring that left knee towards the nose. Press the ground away, squeeze that left thigh up towards the chest, and then step your left foot in between the hands. Lovely, releasing the right knee down, untuck the toes. On an inhale, interlace the fingers together, reach the arms back, lift the chest. And just breathe into this pose. Every inhale, find a little bit more length. With every exhale, move those hips a little deeper into the stretch. You've got just one more inhale. As you exhale, release the hands, frame the left foot. We're going to tuck the right toes under and step the right foot forward to meet the left. Come back into your fold. This time around, you might start to lengthen the legs if that feels good, but feel free to keep the bend if that's a little bit better for you today. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Let go of any tension in the neck. One last full breath. Nice. Inhale, bring the hands to shins or thighs, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands down and step back into your plank. Perfect. Same as before, we're going to work through our vinyasa. So inhale, shifting forward. Exhale to hover halfway and then release. Inhale to lift up into cobra. And with your exhale, let's come back into downward facing dog. Lovely, well done. Take an inhale, raise the right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, shift forward, bring that right knee towards the nose. Same as before, press the ground away, create space between your body and the mat, and then step the right foot through. This time around, we're going to drop the left heel down onto the mat. We'll lift up into warrior 2. So as you inhale, wimble the arms to shoulder height. I'm just going to turn myself around so you get a better view. So arms are at shoulder height. We want to make sure that we see the big toe of our right foot. So we're opening up through this right hip. We're grounding down through the outer edge of the left foot. We're going to take just one more inhale. With your exhale, the left hand meets your left leg. Right arm reaches all the way back, reversing your warrior. Nice. Inhale to come back up through center. Exhale, forearm meets your right thigh. Left arm sweeps up and over. We're going to go for one more each side. Inhale through center. Exhale to reverse. Inhale through center. Exhale, side angle, lovely. As you inhale, come all the way back up through center. On your exhale, wimble the arms, frame the right foot with the hands. Come onto the ball of the left foot. So this is where you might use your blocks. If you want to, you can take a block just in front of the right foot with your right hand on top, or we can place our right hand to the mat. But we're going to push off the left foot, start to lift the left leg away from the mat. And then when you feel a little bit more stable, reach the left arm up to the sky. Start to open up into half moon. So this is an open pose. We want to make sure that the toes of our right foot are pointing up to the top edge of our mat. Sometimes they turn in, which just rotates the hip in as well. It makes it a little bit more difficult to open up into the pose. And if you can, lift up onto the fingertips of your right hand. If you're already there, see if you can hover those fingertips just above the mat. You're here for one more inhale. With your exhale, bend into the right knee. Step the left foot to the back of the mat, framing that right foot with the hands. And then we'll make our way back into plank. Lovely, well done. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, hover halfway, and then release. With an inhale, lift the chest, come up into cobra. And as you exhale, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Fabulous, well done. Opposite side, inhale, take the left leg high this time. As you exhale, shift forward, left knee towards the nose. Create that space and then step the left foot in between the hands. The right heel drops down this time. Inhale, wimble the arms to shoulder height. Again, I'm just going to quickly switch over. Perfect. So squeeze that navel towards the spine. We don't want to forget about the core in our standing poses. Every movement either comes from the core or moves through it. So it's really important that we keep it engaged. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, bring your right hand to meet your right leg. Left arm reaches back. Reverse your warrior. Same as before. Inhale up through center. Exhale, side angle. You've got it. One more time each side. Inhale through center. Exhale to reverse. Inhale through center. Exhale, side angle. Lovely. Let's come back up into warrior two. Take that inhale. As you exhale, wimble the arms and frame the left foot. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Again, you can grab a block if you want to, but we're going to place the left hand just in front of the left foot. On your next inhale, push off the right foot. Take the right leg high. Find your focus point. And then when you feel ready, reach the right arm up to the sky as well. Nice. Make sure that you're flexing through the right foot just to keep your right leg active. And you want to try and bring your right knee in line with your right hip here. That's it. Perfect. Well done. Take one more inhale. With your exhale, bend through the left knee. Step the right foot back as you frame the left foot with the hands. And then we'll make our way back into plank. Perfect. Well done. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, hover halfway. Release all the way down. This time around, we're going to untuck the toes, sweep the arms behind us, interlace the fingers together, create a fist with the hands. On your next breath in, draw back on the shoulders, start to lift the chest. Squeeze the glutes. Maybe stay here, or if you want a little bit more, we're going to lift the feet and the legs as well. So we're coming up into our locust pose. Try and lift the fist a little bit further away from the tailbone up towards the sky. Keep lifting the chest. We're only going to be here for 3. Don't forget to breathe. For 2. And 1. Release all the way down. Well done, guys. Release the hands. Allow them to rest down beside you. And just let one side of your face rest on the mat. We're going to take a couple breaths here. Well done. Perfect. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Push up onto the knees. We're going to sit back on the heels of the feet. We'll meet in our child's pose. Arms reach out in front. Forehead meets the mat. So child's pose is considered a resting pose. So try and find as much comfort as you can here. Maybe take any little adjustments. You might take the knees a bit wider or closer together. You can always rest the hands down beside you if that feels more comfortable. But we're going to take a couple of breaths just to kind of recover and reset. Lovely. When you're ready, let's start to make our way back onto the knees. We're going to allow one hip to come down onto the mat as we sweep the legs around the side of the body. And we'll meet back in our seated position on the mat. Thank you for joining me today. Have a lovely rest of your day or evening or week, wherever you're practicing this. Namaste.